Hi guys, welcome back to llenacrafts. So as promised in the last video, today we're going to be working on this recipe book that I made, and I think it's just a fun idea. Now we're going to change some of the techniques that I did from this book for the one that we're going to do today, but I think that it's going to actually make it turn out just a tiny bit better. So I'm just going to go ahead and unwrap this. As you can see, we have a string binding for this for closing, and we have the eyelet here. And when we open this, it's a very simple recipe book, but I think it'll be a great gift. Great little trinket to send to anyone, or to give to, like, you know, a grandmother or anyone special in your life who you love their recipes. Something like this would be absolutely amazing to give them. So over here we have a pocket, and here, as you can see, we have a lot of pockets to stick recipes in and to stick little cards and stuff in. And then over here we have this cute little waterfall kind of journal, where of course you can also write information and recipes over here as well. So this is, I thought this would be really nice, really cute. And at the very back we have this little tuck-in pocket that you can tuck something in as well. So we're just gonna go over how to make this right now. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and yeah, let's get started. So we're gonna leave this here for reference. All right, so you know I have your steps covered. Step one, we're gonna which is gonna be our cover. We have a 6 by 12 inch sheet, and this should be double-sided, because this one I used was a one-sided paper, but for this one we're going to use double-sided paper because it's gonna just add some characteristics to the back portion of it, so you don't have to do too much in order to, you know, give it a little bit of characteristics. So I already have that here, and while I have it here, we are going to be scoring along the 12-inch side. We're going to score at 1.5 inch to create our pocket, 3 3/4, 4, 8, 8 1/4, and we're going to do that right now. All right, so here's our scoreboard. Alrighty, so again, where can I put it? Here. Trying to find somewhere to put it where you guys can see it, but here, I'll move this over, put it right here. All right, so we're just gonna start scoring now. So we're gonna score at the 1.5 inch, and you should have the inside version of your paper sitting up. And you also want to make sure, if you have directional paper like mine has writing on it, so it is directional, you want to make sure that it's facing the right way. So we are going to 1.5, which is here. We are also going to 3 3/4, 4. We're going to 8. We're going to 8 1/4. And that will be it. And we are going to be going to step 2. Now step 2, it will be this portion. So we already did our scores for the cover page to create the pocket, or to create the closing. Now we're going to be making these pockets right here, and this is where we're going to do it a little different. If you can see here on the side, I attached them each one by one, but I thought of a different way that may be easier in order to connect it. Now if you want to connect it like this, the way to do it is to cut out your sheet. It's going to be 7 by 4.5. You're going to score 1/2 inch on 3 sides, then you're gonna, you know, fold them in, and then you can just connect them to the one in front. For this one though, what I chose to do is to cut out, so this is going to be the siding of where we're going to attach it, but for the sheets that you need, which would be, let me just leave this here, sorry. These sheets, the size is going to be 4.5 by 6 inches, and you can do 6 to 8 of them, even 9, depending on how many you want. And so this is what that would look like. So this is 4.5 by 6 inches. And what we're going to do is score it on the 1/2 inch mark on the 4.5 inch side. So just make sure you have it in the right direction. My journal is going to open up this way, so you will be looking down this way. So that is why I have the coffee, or yeah, the coffee cups facing that way to my right. Now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to score on the 1/2 inch mark right here. All right, and for our last scoring that we're going to do, so we're going to do an accordion style. So we are going to score, so this is 4 inches, and on the 4.5 inch side, as you can see here, we are going to score every 1/4 inch, and that is going to create our accordion journal and our accordion side, and you'll see that here. So just gonna go ahead, score every 1/4. So that's 1/4, right? That's 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1/4, 1.5, 1 3/4, 2, 2 1/4. I almost got messed up. 2.5, 2 3/4, 3, 3 1/4, 3.5, 3 3/4, 4, and then the last one is going to be 4 1/4. And then we're just going to do accordion style. These are going to be pretty small, so fold that way, go back, fold the other way, go back, and you just keep doing this until it is completed. And you're going to make 2 of these. So when you are done, you should have 2 pieces of paper, accordion style, that look just like this. Now we're going to go on to the next step. Step 4 will be attach the pockets to the siding. And how we are going to do this is really simple. So for each slot that is here, you're just going to attach one of your pockets that you folded. So if you remember, we have this pocket which we just made, and we scored it on the 1/2 inch mark. So how we are going to attach it is this will be sliding into right here on the side. And yeah, we're just going to attach each pocket that we have in between the 2 sidings. Oops. That are like this. And it's a bit confusing now, but I'll show you what that looks like. So I've stretched this out so that we can see a little bit better. But what I'm going to do is just put glue on the inside of, oops, it's a bit more than I wanted. On the inside of each of these pockets. Okay. So I just want to keep adding glue to one side, and adding our paper to the next. And what I like to do is to fold it over. Hopefully that makes sense, but fold it over so it really is in the pocket where it needs to be. All right, so on to the next one. Glue, and it'll be faster if you use tape, obviously. I just have my glue right here, so decided to use that, but you can of course use tape if you prefer that. Get it over, straighten it out. And I'm just gonna show you guys rather than try and like explain it every single time. I'll just show you what it is that I'm doing. All right, so this is what we have. So before we do the other side, what we're actually going to do is connect the bottom, because I feel like that will probably be easiest. We're going to just fold it under. And we're just going to attach each fold, where each half fold that we did here, we're just going to attach it here to the I don't know why I cannot talk today, to the previous card in front of it. We're gonna fold over and attach under here, and I'm going to do that with double-sided tape because that is probably going to be easiest. We're just gonna put double-sided tape. All right, so what we have gone ahead and done is we have one side of our siding, accordion siding, as you can see, that is attached to our pockets, right? And we have added our double-sided tapes along the bottom and folded up that score that is going to create the bottom of our pockets. And now we're going to go ahead and attach the other side of the accordion siding to our cards. Now the next step that we're going to do is just go through here, because both of our sidings is on. We are going to just come back through, use our tool and take out all the double-sided tape pieces and just stick all of this together at the bottom. Stick it together, use your bone folder, and move on to the next one. This portion you can use glue because it might serve you better to use glue if you don't want to have to worry about going in between each piece with the double-sided tape. I just don't mind the double-sided tape, so, and I prefer using it. And also if you have a tool like this, it's pretty easy to get the tape out. or get the paper out. Just sticking it along as we go. All right, so here we have it. Our pockets are essentially finished. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pockets. We're gonna have one more pocket just from our front piece. So in this version of it, I used a different color paper for each one, but then I figured that that's kind of a waste of my one-sided paper, even though I do want to get through them. No one's seeing them back here, so it doesn't even make sense for me to use it. So that's why for this one, you'll see that I just used a regular colored cardstock, and the only paper that's going to be decorative is going to be this one that is going to be on the front. But obviously I use colors that complement the very front paper. So we are just going to attach this now by attaching it to the very front like this. And we have a pocket here too. So and there are our pockets. Now for a cover, we're gonna fold our score lines. So this one. This is all from the same paper set. I'll add the link below. And if you guys would like to get this paper set, you can just follow that link and purchase it. Got it from Amazon. Not sure if I said that before. Yeah, I was looking through Amazon and I was looking for some cute double-sided paper, and I stumbled across this paper set and I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. So you'll see here, this is going to fit right here. And then it folds up like this. Oops. And then that will be it. So this is our pocket. We are just going to attach our pocket now. I'm just going to use some double-sided tape to do this quickly. I've been obsessed lately with like recipe books and things like that. I don't know. I just think that they're like so cute. Let me use just this adhesive to attach this. Right. Oh. Gonna attach this to the back. Gorgeous. All right, so that is now attached. Oh my god. Okay, my steps. So we have attached the pocket to the front cover, and now we're just gonna do these cute little waterfall papers that we have here. And to do that, all over the place, I have cut down 3.5 by 10 inch papers. And yeah, I'm just gonna bend them to see where I like them to be. I want this one to be on the extreme inside, so probably have it like here, and then I want the green to be on the outside, so we can do this one. I'm just eyeballing it, literally. A little lower. I am not using any like true measurements, just eyeballing it to see how it goes. And then finally, this is gonna be on the very top, and that looks good to me. So it is whatever your heart's desires. Also got this from Amazon, gonna be linked below for those of you who want to check it out. And so just gonna use this and punch out the top pieces. And I do it this way just so I can see what's happening. And you get that. So pretty. And I'm just going to do the same thing on all of them. And so now we just place these in between, and look how beautiful that lays. So beautiful. Absolutely stunning, as you can see, like that. Now this is actually attached. I did a little book binding here with the 3-hole bind, so we're gonna work on that right now as well. I have just been getting my hand into book binding itself, and it has been the learning journey for me. So I got this nifty little book binding clip on Amazon. Again, it came with a lot of pieces. I'm just going to be using these 3 pieces, but it came with 3 different threads. It came with the punch tool. It came with a bunch of needles, so it's definitely going to work. So how I'm going to do this is just going to eyeball the middle of this. And punch through. Again, eyeball the center between my hole and the hole here and the ending, and just punch through. Same thing on the other side. Punch through. All right. Now I have, this is waxed thread that is made specifically for bookbinding. I have this huge needle that I'm just gonna put my thread through to work on this. Now I'm gonna draw a little bit and leave it because I'm gonna end up adjusting it in the end. But so we're gonna go through the middle, out the middle and the back. I'm gonna come to the far right hole and go through and pull through. Now I basically just made a loop. Now I'm gonna go past the middle hole into this far left hole, push through, right? Now we're gonna go back through the middle hole with our string. Now this is how I'm going to tighten it. I'm basically going to pull all the way back the loose string that I have until I have a decent amount left. Pull the rest of the string. Basically just back tracing my step as far as the string is concerned. Pull the middle string to get all that excess out of there, like that. Alrighty, now we cut. And we are going to tie this into a cute little bow. And that, my friends, is a 3-hole bookbind. Now we can flip this over. It looks so cute on the other side and cute on the inside. Now for the back of this, I'm just going to attach some double-sided tape along here, here, and here, and make this actually into a pocket. I didn't do that on the first one, but this will probably look really good as a pocket, so let's do that. I'm going to use my hexagon hole punch because I think that'll make a cute pocket, hopefully. All right, so we are going to be adding tape here and here. I didn't do this in the first one, but this is literally my book journal making process. It's just like, oh, I could do this instead of that, or I could do this instead of that. Just think of ways to make it better. Sometimes I'm here doing this and I get inspiration from like my own things. So, or during like times like this. So you can literally find inspiration anywhere. And hopefully you get inspiration from these videos. I'm actually gonna wrap this up and move it away. All right, guys, we are almost complete with the journal. For this, I did have to measure it out and cut it down a little, so just be careful with how long you make it. I know the 10 inches fits well, but also measure it against the 6-inch side of the journal just to make sure that it fits perfectly. I cut it down and it still looks perfectly fine, but just want to give you guys a heads up on that end. Okay, next thing that I want to do is to just round the corner of these 2 pieces. 1, 2. All right, so since this is a recipe book, what I did was cut down some cardstock to 3.5 by 5.5. And I am going to ink the sides because I like the look of inked sides. But before I do that, I am going to round the corners. Of course, it's me, so rounding the corners is just what I do at this point, always. But once we round the corners, we are also going to ink. Just give it a little bit of personality. Right. I just love the look of inked things, that old weathered look, that, like, you know. And obviously this is a recipe book, so I mean, even though it's something that's brand new that you're creating, I think it'll really just give characteristics to the way that, like, you know, recipes are something that are so aged and passed down from generation to generation. I think that is really cool. Now, I only made 4 of these, but of course you should make as much as you have pockets, and these pockets are actually pretty big, so you can definitely add more than one card. You could separate it by, like, baking, you know, frying, different types of things, however you choose to do it. So I'm just gonna put the cards inside each one. This would be such a good gift idea for someone's grandmother, mom, even, you know, someone who you know who really loves to cook, like that. And those cards fit perfectly. The size cards, 3.5 by 5.5, perfect, absolutely perfect. All right. The last step for all of this is going to be putting in our eyelet. Okay. So our eyelet is made. Our book, we want this to wrap around 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Yeah, so I'm just gonna basically double that. So I have beads and I have buttons here. Definitely am not going to be able to get this twine through the buttonholes. Nope, I don't think. So we're going to stick to beads. I'm just going to do 3 black beads on the end of this one. Put it through our eyelets, and we're just going to start knotting it. And this is exactly what I did with the other one. I just knotted and keep knotting until I got such a big knot that it won't go back through the eyelet hole. All right, guys, thank you so much for making this journal with me today. We're going to do our final run through just to see all the bits and pieces that we added to this particular journal. Starting on the outside, we have our twined closing. You, of course, can use Velcro, dots. You can use anything you want in order to do the closing. I liked the idea of the twine closing, which is why I did it. You open up the journal, right away we have this small little pocket on the side that you could put any little thing in. Open it up. Far right side, we're looking at this beautiful waterfall journaling area. Again, this punch will be linked down in the description box. I got it from Amazon, and I think it is just so amazing in how it creates these little details. We did our 3-hole bookbind up here, tied that with a bow, came out super nice. Again, all the way in the back, we made a pocket that you can slip any little thing into, so that is also going to be good storage space. This journal was made for storage. You know, and here is the star of the show. All of our little pockets, we have 9 pockets in total, with the contrasting accordion side, which is just so amazing in my opinion. If you want, like I said, the little, you know, recipe cards, if you're going to make cards to fit this journal specifically, the size that you're going to be looking to cut it at is going to be 3.5 by 5.5, and those will fit perfectly into these little pockets here that we have made. This is going to be a very, very nice recipe book to give to anyone, a mom, grandma, anyone special in your life, people who love to cook, people whose recipes you can't get enough of. Honestly, I would say make something like this, give it to them. They would absolutely love it. I would love to get this. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel through watching. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to communicate with you guys, you know, build up a repertoire, things like that. Yeah, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I post 3 times a week. I'm not exactly up to date on the days that I post. I would very much like to post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but it may be alternating days due to other obligations that I have in my life. So I know for sure I'm going to be posting 3 times a week, not sure what days. But again, thank you guys so much for sticking around for this tutorial. And as you know, I have now been building up a little tradition. I did it in my last video, and I'm going to be doing it in this video, where I'm going to be showing you a sneak peek of our next project. So these are the ones that we did today, our recipe books. Give it a shot. Send me some pictures. Let me see what you guys have been up to. And our sneak peek is this cute little journal. So we're not going to see what's inside yet, but subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you can see when I make this journal, and you're going to want to see it because it has a lot of cool stuff going on the inside. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.